It's almost the end of April, and so I had to get this video done before my 2-year Lockiversary month wrapped up. A little late, but your girl was living life, doing things. I went to Coachella. I've been traveling. I've been just living life and enjoying myself, and I said, woo, I need to let y'all know what's going on. So this is my 2-year Lockiversary video. I hope you guys enjoy it. We're gonna look at how things have progressed, where I hope things will go in the future, and what's going on with my hair. Stay tuned. Welcome back to LT Locks. I'm so glad that you guys are still rocking with me after all this time. If you're new, thank you so much for joining me. Go ahead and subscribe, like this video, share this video, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. Appreciate all the love from everybody too. But it's been 2 years since I got my Sister Locks established. My Sister Locks were established between April 17th of 2020 to April 19th, 17, 18, 19, yeah, April 19th of 2020. So it was a 2.5 day process, 28 hours, 492 locks later, here we are. Things have changed since getting out of that chair. And one thing that I want people to understand is that no matter what your hair type is, no matter where, like how long your hair is when you're starting this journey, it's your journey. This is your opportunity to fall back in love with your hair. Because at one point, we liked our hair at one point. You know, I feel like it. At one point, we loved our hair. Maybe got off track, but now this is a way to kind of gain that love again for your natural hair. When I went natural back in it was like 2016, 2017, I went natural. I was transitioning through wigs and weaves. Did a big chop in 2018 and saw my hair kind of, you know, grow from there, from like a really short cut to when I was doing twist outs and things like that. And I loved my hair through that process, but it was just difficult to maintain. I liked the twist outs. I liked when I was able to try to attempt a wash and go and have it, you know, look decent for like a couple hours, and then it wouldn't last, you know? So that's why I made the decision to go to Sister Locks and to lock my hair and just rock with it and see what happens. And baby, what a transition, okay? So when I started, again, I had 492 locks when I started. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know. Like, I'd been watching all these YouTube videos. I've been watching, you know, all different types of textures, more so of like the fuller hair lock girls who like immediately had just beautiful success with their locks right out of the chair. I knew that wasn't going to be my story because my hair texture is different. Finer, it was thinner in some areas. And so I was like, okay, what am I going to look like? I was so nervous when I got out of that chair, y'all. Like, y'all know, if y'all been watching these videos, y'all know what I looked like in the beginning. I looked a little, you know, it looked, I was trying to love it, but I knew it wasn't what I wanted it to be. But I knew also that it was going to look more fuller. It was going to grow. And that is what has happened over these 2 years. And I'm just really excited with where I am right now. Now, it's not perfect. It is not rainbows because I still have like around the edges, like not the edges, but around like the front of my hair. That's where my hair is, I guess, weaker because I still have locks that break off. So I had a lock. Where you at? Now you want to hide now that we on camera. So she was long. This lock was long. And then one day I saw it getting kind of weak in the middle because it was probably like this long, like kind of made it down to here. And I saw it getting weak in the middle and like, dang, what can I do? My electrician was like, look, I'm just gonna have to let that one go. And so there were a couple that broke off. Now I know that I've seen some videos of people reattaching their locks. I haven't done that yet or haven't, you know, attempted to get that done. So it had to go. So that one, there's a couple in the front that are kind of weak. This one right here, there's some slippage still. Even though I do, so yeah, there's some slippage still. This one included. But I'll show y'all my locks later. Just want to let y'all know where I am right now. But things in your 2-year mark could still be happening that's similar to what was happening in the beginning when you first got out of the chair, including slippage, maybe like some of your hair was breaking off in the beginning, you know. So it's important to just take care of your hair. I noticed that my go-to styles, I either do like this style, or I do like a little roll ponytail, or I do my updo pineapple thing. And I'll say with ponytails, with styles, just be careful and mindful of how tight you're pulling, especially in the front of your hair if your hair is weaker in the front. The middle of my head is rocking. It's like, girl, we not moving. We are strong locks and we're gonna be here for a while. And so the middle of my hair is doing its thing, but the front, you know, she's still a little weak. She still needs some love and needs me to take better care of her. So that's what I'm gonna be focusing on this next year, throughout this next year. So also when it comes to what I've done differently, I've definitely introduced different shampoos, and I started using some leave-in conditioners and oils because I just felt like my hair was just dry, yo. Like it was just, I couldn't rock with the dry phase for as long as the dry phase was taking place. Because when you get out of that chair, you know, you're not supposed to put any products on your hair. Not even really supposed to put water on your hair to allow your hair to just start to get used to this process, to start to lock, to start to, you know, really define itself as, you know, in sister locks or micro locks. So you're not really supposed to put products on it because that could cause slippage. It could cause your locks to just to unravel, especially if you have softer hair. So you're supposed to just let it rock. And I let it rock for maybe like a couple weeks before I washed my hair the first time. I was so excited to braid and band, you know, and just to go through that whole process. And in that time, ended up losing a couple locks, had to go back to my loctician and be like, hey girl, can you just like reestablish these? And she looked at me like, all right, like don't do this again. You know, follow the directions that have been bestowed upon you. And that included keeping your hands out your head, keeping them products out your head, and just letting your hair be, okay? Now, I do not braid and band my entire hair when I'm washing my hair. I will braid and band the front, that especially where there's some smaller, shorter locks that can still slip, but I stopped braiding and banding. There are some, you know, there's nothing wrong if you are still braiding and banding at 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. There's nothing wrong with that. Like that's what you decided to do. Enjoy your lock journey. But for me and my locks, I said I don't have time. And yeah, I like to not braid and band. It just took so much time where I could just get in the shower. I could like pop 3 braids in the front, get in the shower, wash my hair, and go, baby. Okay, I got lazy. I did. But, I mean, they're still doing their thing. They're still thriving. They're still holding on and getting stronger every day. Another thing that has changed is we decided to, my loctician decided to combine 2 of my locks over here in the front. There was like, I need to find it. I was supposed to find this earlier so I could just go right to it and point y'all right to where my combined lock is. Here is, she decided to combine these 2 because as you can see, like this one is really tiny. This one's really itty bitty. And so she said, we'll combine these 2 so that you can make this a little bit stronger. And so that was the last retie. She started combining it, which I'm like, cool, that's fine. Let's have some stronger locks because I do have, again, smaller locks in the front that still haven't really locked all the way. I do have more locks I do have more locks that are locking in the front. I'm not gonna say that they aren't locking. Like this one over here is going pretty strong. You feel me? And you could tell that she's locking because the end isn't as open, and she's thicker. So the locks are locking, baby. Another thing that I don't know why I wasn't really anticipating length. I was anticipating them thickening up, but I wasn't anticipating them getting longer as long as they've gotten. because I started with 7 to 8 inches of hair, and now, or like the last time I measured it, which was sometime last year, honestly. When I measured it last year, some of my locks were like 12 inches, 12 to 13 inches long. So my hair's growing, and you would expect it to do so, you know, over the course of time. So I'm excited about where I am in my lock journey, and this has just been a lot of fun, you know. I now have 490 locks because of the combination of those two. And for those of y'all that have been rocking with me for a little while, you know that I had to let go of one of my babies for a drug test to get the job that I have right now. So, I mean, it's an even number. I'm okay with that. Oh, man. But this has just been a lot of fun, and I never thought I was going to lock my hair. If you would have asked me 10 years ago, Lauren, do you think you'll lock your hair? I would have said no. That's not really something I'm planning on doing. But over time, you realize, hey, let's try something new, because what I was doing before wasn't working for me. With having loose natural and then wearing the wigs and the weaves and braids, like that was a lot of tension on my hair. And so I said, let's try something different. And this, although there can be some tension, especially with like a retie, if you talk to your loctician really about your concerns with that, they might be able to limit that tension. But it's limited compared to what I was used to with braids and sew-ins and wigs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited. This is 2 years in. I don't know how long I'm going to have them. I'm just going to let them do their thing and keep locking, keep thriving, keep growing, and I'm going to enjoy this journey. Shout out to all of you who have reached out to me over the years, who have said, hey, Lauren, you know, I was inspired by your lock journey and decided to do it myself because I too have finer hair or thinner hair. Shout out to y'all. I really appreciate it. I really love seeing the lock journeys and seeing all the pictures and videos that people post about their lock journey, especially after following this page. It's been a lot of fun. It's been growth. It's been a lot of growth. And if you're on the fence about getting sister locks or micro locks or traditional locks, I mean, why wait? You've been waiting this long. Just go ahead and get them done. It's okay. Do your research first, though. But once you say, okay, I'm going to do it, just do it. It'll be great. Trust me. It'll be hair freedom. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave y'all with some close-ups of my hair.